Yo, what's up guys? What is going on? Zach or Immortal Resistance here, and welcome back to another Call of Duty video. Kinda Call of Duty video, kinda just FPS genre, video games in general sort of video. I don't really know, but hopefully you guys are having an awesome day. Today, like I just said, we're gonna be talking about the FPS genre of video games, shooters, more specifically things like Call of Duty, Titanfall, Battlefield, Destiny, those types of games. These games that are taking the market by storm and tons and tons and tons of people play. And there's always the very stiff competition of which game is the best. You know, there's console wars, that's the thing. That's been a thing for ages. And then there's also, you know, which game is the best in its genre, quote unquote wars, I don't know. But there's always arguments going on about that. Obviously you have the diehard Call of Duty fans, you have the diehard Battlefield fans, you have the diehard Destiny fans, you have, you know, the 6 diehard Titanfall fans. But no, there's always people who enjoy something more than the other. And what I want to talk about today, guys, is the chance of Call of Duty ever being, I guess, dethroned as sort of the king of the FPS genre right now. If you had to ask me, if I was just a casual gamer, which obviously I'm not, you know, I spend a lot, probably too much time playing video games, specifically shooters for that instance. What's the, you know, most popular shooter right now? I would say it's either like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty. You know, you think of playing video games and Call of Duty is one of the highest up there, one of the most common ones in the world. But how long is this going to continue to last? You know, there's always the argument that Call of Duty is the same game every single year, it's just a reskin, you know, different maps, different guns, whoop-de-doo, it's still the same game, which honestly, that's true to an extent. It is sort of just a reskin every year with new weapons and new maps. You sort of are playing essentially the same core game, just with different aspects of it in general. But are games like Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, Destiny in the future maybe, are these games ever going to have the chance of dethroning Call of Duty as, you know, the superior FPS? I'm not saying this personally because I know there's going to be that one guy in the comments who's like, oh, Zach likes Call of Duty, what a nerd, he thinks it's better than Battlefield and Titanfall and all this stuff, you know. Honestly, I'm just a fan of video games. Call of Duty is what I was attracted to when I first started playing, so I sort of stuck with that throughout the years, but I loved Destiny when it first came out, got a little bit stale for me, honestly, sort of fell off. Titanfall, when it first came out, same thing, really enjoyed it, fell off really quickly. I've played Battlefield 3, I played Hardline, I played 4, loved all those games, but it's just, you know, it's not my type of thing that I can get on and play every single day, and not even Call of Duty is, in all honesty. But what's the one thing that Call of Duty has over pretty much all of these other FPS shooters? First-person shooters is basically what I just said. What does Call of Duty have over all of these other FPS games? It has, even though this might sound a little bit weird when you think of it now with like Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare, it has the simplicity and it has the playability and I guess the appeal to every type of player that maybe not necessarily the other games that I've talked about have. For instance, you can hop into Call of Duty and you can instantly do well. You know, you can play TDM with the players that are similar to you in rank that really aren't that great at the game. But you look at games like, for instance, Battlefield. It's a much more realistic shooter. You know, it takes a decent amount of skill. Like, you can't just hop onto Battlefield and instantly be great at sniping across the map. You know, I can't hit anything except for the broadside of a barn in Battlefield. But in Call of Duty, I can quick scope, and I'm very proud of myself because one day I might actually be able to like 360 no scope a guy, and my mom is gonna be so proud. But it's just the fact that anyone can hop onto a match of Call of Duty and have some fun because they know what they're doing and it's a familiar game, and it's not the same with these other games. You know, there's a lot more complexity behind things like Destiny, where you can go in and there's campaign missions that are multiplayer, and there's just the multiplayer that's PvP, and there's PvE, and there's all these different weapon variants that you unlock, and there's just so much stuff that goes into the game, and you feel like overwhelmed, I guess, in a sense. And that's sort of the feel that I've gotten with Titanfall and even Battlefield every now and then, whereas Call of Duty I've always found just to be very simple. You know, it gives you your classes, you can choose which weapon you want, whether you want it to be an AR or an SMG or a sniper or whatever, and you can just hop right in. And something that I noticed this year with Titanfall 2 specifically is it sort of has that simplistic feel. Like what you guys are watching today, this is my very first game on Titanfall 2, and I haven't played Titanfall since it honestly released back in whenever that was, what, 2013, 2014 I want to say? Was probably wrong with that assumption, but regardless, I haven't played a Titanfall game in forever, and I hopped on and I was able to do really well just because it feels familiar and it has a simplistic feel to it. And I feel like that's what FPS game needs to actually be considered a good FPS game. It needs to have the balance between a good player and just casual players, people who really want to take it seriously, and the people who just hop on for fun. If anyone can hop on and enjoy the game simply, no, it's not confusing, it's not complex, it's not, you have to spend hours upon hours upon hours to actually have fun in the game, be considered good at the game, or get to a certain point where you can use something that everyone wants because it's the best gun in the game, or whatever, if you guys know what I mean. Like, the grinding that goes into some of these games like Destiny and like the original Titanfall and things like that, I feel like that kills the game in the long term just because you burn yourself out on it so easily. And something else that I think, this video is going on way longer than I thought it would, so I apologize about that. Shout out to you if you're still watching, but another thing that I think really hurts games, especially FPS games right now, is betas. In all honesty, I feel like it kind of does. If you're going to do a beta or an alpha or a tech test or whatever you want to call it for that matter, you need to do it right, and you need to do it in a way that you don't get too much of the game in that portion, in that tease. Because if you have such a big portion of the game in a beta or in an alpha or a tech test or whatever, you're not gonna like it when it comes into the full version release, because you're already going to have experienced everything that there was to do in the beta or in the alpha or in whatever. And that's something that I think Titanfall did very poorly. It's something that I think Destiny did very poorly. That's why I personally lost interest so fast in it. And honestly, I feel like betas, people obviously really want to do them because they want to get people excited for their game. They want to get people hyped and give people a tease. But when you tease too much of something, I feel like it hurts you more in the long run, and that's just my opinion. This video sort of ended in a ramble, in a little bit of a rant. I'm not really sure, but if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to slap that like button. If not, feel free to leave a dislike and let me know what I could change for next time, what I can improve upon. As always, I've been Zach, Immortal Resistance. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. We are on the road to 15,000 subscribers, and I'm going to catch you guys later. I'm going to end the video and probably go take a nap because this was a lot of talking. Apparently talking is my excuse for naps now. Anyways, have an awesome rest of your day, guys. Stay happy, stay positive, and of course, don't forget to smile because you are never going to regret it. Peace out.